101. The whole country is waiting for him today. Most of the army is waiting too. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll and Fritz. 102. Yes, he did this so that his brother cannot be crowned. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 103. You don't know what the Duke is like, do you, Rassendyll? Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 104. If Rudolph doesn't become king, Duke Michael will take the crown. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 105. I have an idea. It was lucky that we met you yesterday. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 106. People would realize that I am not the king, and don't forget that I'm English. Rassendyll to Colonel Sapt. 107. And if we dress you in different clothes, no one will know. Fritz to Rassendyll. 108. If you don't go to Strelsau, Duke Michael will be king tonight, and the king will either be dead or in prison. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 109. I understand what you're saying, but the king would never forgive me if I. Rassendyll to Colonel Sapt. 110. Our country needs this. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 111. We won't wait for Michael's guards but leave for Strelsau at once. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 112. We can hide the king in the cellar so when the guards arrive they'll think no one's here. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll and Fritz. 113. Joseph will say the hunting lodge is empty. Colonel Sapt to Fritz. 114. As soon as we are alone in the king's bedroom, you and I will leave and come back here on our horses. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 115. You will ride as fast as you can to the border and try to leave the country before it's light. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 116. After we've moved the king, I'll speak to her. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 117. You know, I think we can do this. Fritz to Rassendyll. 118. What happened to Johann's mother? Rassendyll to Fritz. 119. She's locked in a cellar with the king. Fritz to Rassendyll. 120. No, nothing's safe anywhere, but we must do our best. Colonel Sapt to Fritz. 121. But we are an hour earlier than they expect, so there to be no one to meet us. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 122. We must send word to the palace. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 123. Meanwhile, I'll have some breakfast. The king is hungry. Rassendyll to Colonel Sapt. 124. Let's hope we're all alive tonight. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 125. God save both kings. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 126. That is Marshal Straginge. Colonel Sapt to Rassendyll. 127. You can wait here until I've continued through the old town alone. Rassendyll to Marshal Straginge. 128. I want the people who live here to see that their king trusts them. Rassendyll to Marshal Straginge. 129. Don't you understand me? Tell your soldiers to go. Rassendyll to Marshal Straginge. 130. I'm surprised that he's on his own, but he's taller than I thought. A citizen from the old town to another citizen. 131. Do you know, Rudolph, you look different today? Flavia to Rassendyll.